90-Day Fiancé couple Sarper Güven and Shekinah Garner may have gotten married on season 11, but a happy ending might not be in their future. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. 90-Day Fiancé couple Sarper Güven and Shekinah Garner need to break up immediately unless they want a relationship that ends in major heartbreak. Shekinah and Sarper met during one of the Los Angeles-based women's trips to Turkey. They quickly became inseparable, even though Shekinah had her doubts about Sarper's integrity. She was in disbelief when she heard Sarper talk about his 3,000+ affairs. After that, she could never fully trust him around other women. Meanwhile, Sarper began treating Shekinah like his personal project, controlling her actions to the point where she felt more like a puppet than a partner. Control became a major aspect of Shekinah and Sarper's relationship, with both of them trying to take the reins until it reached a breaking point. While Sarper was the one making all the decisions for Shekinah in the earlier seasons, things shifted after he came to the US. Shekinah began demanding that Sarper behave a certain way. Sarper initially impressed viewers by doing a complete 180 in his behavior after arriving in America, but Shekinah's recent cryptic updates suggest he may have just been pretending and that his true colors have finally started to show. Shekinah was a fling for Sarper when they met. When Sarper first saw Shekinah's profile on the matchmaking site, it wasn't just her unique name that caught his eye. The pictures she had uploaded showed off her impressive physique. Sarper thought the photos were so different that he made up his mind to meet her. He thought she looked like a sex bomb. Sarper thought of his own tough guy persona and admitted he wasn't expecting too much from the date other than a one-night stand. While the first date was magical, Sarper was in a fix the next day when Shekinah asked to meet him. Sarper had tried to cancel the date. However, Shekinah showed up at his home to look after him. Sarper wasn't expecting it. It's not known if Shekinah knew that Sarper had been with two women on the same day, probably in the same apartment. Perhaps she would have been better as just another name among the 3,000+ women listed in Sarper's diary. Surely, he had never expected to see Shekinah again after she left for the US. Shekinah was never committed to moving to Turkey. When Shekinah said she was moving to Turkey on 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, it was somewhat of a half-truth. Shekinah wasn't really relocating to Sarper's country by leaving everything that she had behind. Shekinah flew back every few weeks to spend time with her daughter Sophie, who was in boarding school. She also had her business to take care of in California and never showed any interest in setting up shop in Turkey. If Shekinah wanted to, she could have explored career options as an esthetician in the new country, but she never really made Turkey her home. Shekinah restricted Sarper's earning opportunities. It was Sarper who was paying for all the flights Shekinah took to and from Turkey. He also made sure he treated her to everything when she was living with him. Shekinah never paid for anything when she was with Sarper. She told Parade in an interview that whenever she was in Turkey, she saved a lot of money because she wasn't even reaching for her wallet. Shekinah admitted that Sarper was dipping into his savings for her, and she sometimes felt bad for it. However, it's not like she was going to offer to help him. While Shekinah was living off Sarper's money and he was using all his savings, Sarper's source of income had been greatly affected. Sarper was active as a personal trainer when he met Shekinah. Given his past, Shekinah wanted Sarper to avoid training women. As it turns out, 90% of Sarper's personal training clients were women. He had to let them go at Shekinah's insistence. Sarper had told the cameras that he had no savings left. It seems Shekinah wasn't bothered by that at all. She trusted Sarper to somehow find a way out of his financial mess. Shekinah remained friends with her exes. While Sarper wasn't even allowed to take on women clients at his job, the rules didn't apply to Shekinah. She remained friends with her exes, including her baby daddy, Bert Omata, whom she was with for 4 years. Shekinah had taken Sarper to meet her group of friends on 90-Day Fiancé season 11, and one of them was French man, Dan. Sarper didn't know that Shekinah and Dan were hooking up. "We've done more than just kissing," Dan had told the producers. To Sarper, he said he would have been a better choice for Shekinah than the Turkish man. Sarper felt depressed after moving to the US. Sarper was triggered by what Dan said. He had to fight his anger very hard not to do something he would later regret. It's as if every situation that Sarper had to face after coming to America was a test he had to pass, including meeting Shekinah's daughter and her sisters. Without their approval, she was not going to marry Sarper. Eventually, within less than a month of moving to Los Angeles, Sarper and Shekinah got into a fight that left Sarper feeling unsure about whether they should get married. Sarper even considered moving back to Turkey. Sarper felt weak because he was not able to work in the US. He was not 100% himself. Shekinah felt Sarper was being distant, cold, rude, dismissive, but Sarper tried to make her understand that he was depressed. Shekinah questioned why Sarper was in depression instead of showing him kindness. Sarper couldn't recognize the woman she'd known for 2.5 years. He couldn't understand why Shekinah was being hard towards him. "The version of me that you get depends on how you treat me," Shekinah told him. Shekinah thinks that Sarper hasn't changed. Shekinah could see how Sarper, who was used to being very independent, had been uprooted from his surroundings, but she didn't like that he was taking out his frustrations on her. While it looks like Sarper and Shekinah have gotten married since he's been living in America for almost a year now, Shekinah's recent interactions with fans on Instagram prove their relationship still hasn't improved. "Nothing about this is easy," Shekinah told a fan on IG, via 90day Fiancé_Alexa, when asked if she and Sarper were okay. Shekinah hinted at them going through a rough patch. She even said that fans would probably not see them anymore in any new seasons. 90-Day Fiancé viewers suspect that Shekinah and Sarper could be heading to couples therapy after this season. It's probably for the best since Sarper and Shekinah's fights are getting tough to watch. Their interactions are toxic, and it seems neither of them will ever be happy as they continue being with each other.